Good morning. I am here on a beautiful Saturday morning and I wanted to show you my Revision skincare routine. Everyone knows that I work in facial plastic surgery, so they're always asking me, what do you use on your skin? I use a lot of things. I've had a pearl fractional, IPL, microneedling, I get injectables, I get neurotoxins, but I always start with the foundation of good skincare. We carry Revision at Skye, and when we first were choosing a product as our practice, we did all the research and then we narrowed it down to 3. And then our staff actually did a blind test of all 3 lines and settled on Revision as the one that we liked the best. What I really like about Revision is, number one, it doesn't test on animals, and I'm a huge animal lover. And also they manufacture their own line. A lot of the brands that you buy, they're actually manufactured by a company like Revision. They actually manufacture other lines as well and let them put their brand on it. But Revision actually manufactures their own. So they control the process from the sourcing of the actual ingredients and the manufacturing and then shipping. Also, it ships to us, since it is coming direct from the manufacturer, it ships to us within, I think, 3 days. So it's a very fresh product. You don't have to worry that it's been sitting on a shelf for a long time or, in a truck, traveling somewhere for a while. And it goes directly to doctor's offices, so there's no middleman. So what I did this morning is I keep one of these in my shower. This is Brightening Facial Wash. And now this is a big kind that you can only get when you work for a doctor's office. They have a special staff program that allow you to get the bigger kind. But I love this wash. It is brightening. So we've actually done a test in the office where you put it on your hand, right, and rub it in as if you're washing that spot. And afterwards, it's visibly brighter than the area around it that you didn't apply it on. So I like to start off my morning with that. I do it in the shower. And then every Saturday, I do an exfoliator and a mask. This is the Pore Purifying Clay Mask by Revision. And I let that sit for 15-20 minutes while, I shave my legs and just enjoy a hot shower. Then when I get out of the shower, dry off, brush my hair, obviously, and then I usually put the Thiamine on. So this is the Thiamine. This is for under eye along your orbital rim right here. And this helps with some lightening and brightening. And it helps just kind of alleviate the tired eye look that I get so easily. It's a very potent product. That's why it comes in a tiny, tiny container. This is actually, like a medication. So you want to be gentle with that. Then I usually go for the Nectifirm. Again, I have a big bottle. They don't sell this to the public in a big bottle. And I get a lot now because I'm 41, I think. And now I get like a dab this big. I started this product in my 30s. I've been using Revision since I was 30 years old. I started with a smaller amount and I would only do this part. And then one day I noticed that I had crepiness here and I said, oh no. So now I do the Nectifirm. I start here. I do all up. And then I go all the way down and do this area as well, because you get a lot of sun exposure, even just wearing like a V-neck. I'm really not a beach person anymore. This is all just from day-to-day sun exposure. Then I always take the extra product and I rub it on the back of my hand before I do the next step. And someone commented to me recently that they thought that they had been noticing that I have nice hands for my age. And I was like, oh, thank you. It's probably because I use all my extra product on the back of my hands. Then I do the hydrating serum. I am a huge fan of hydrating serum. It is like giving your skin a drink of water, and it helps all of your other products layer better onto the skin and absorb easily. It also helps with your makeup going on. Just kind of preps the skin. I go all around. If I don't use this hydrating serum, my skin feels it. My skin's like, please give me hydrating serum. My skin gets tight. So I have to use that every day. Then I usually do vitamin C. This is to protect your skin from free radicals, which you get from a lot of different places, most primarily being out and about in a sunny San Diego environment. And then I use the DEJ face cream, which targets the dermal epidermal junction. So this is the newest, latest technology in skincare. It's a really important part of your skin layer to target, and they're one of the first that's doing it. So I always try to incorporate their DEJ products into my routine. Okay, so I'm about to show you the really cool thing about Revision. Because it's pH balanced, it's actually pH neutral, which is good for sensitive skin. But another benefit of that is you can actually layer it all at once. So I just did a squirt from each, mix it together. This is two different products, and put it on. Now you can actually do that with all of them except for the targeted ones, like Nectafirm targets your neck, Tiamine targets the under eyes, but technically you could do the hydrating serum and everything together. I tried that. I really like to layer the hydrating serum on first and then apply this. And I feel like if you do everything in one blob, it's not getting as much absorption. I feel like there's more extra for me to do this, right? When I do everything at once. But just doing the 2 layers, the hydrating serum first and then everything else in one blob, I feel like my skin absorbs everything a little bit better. Then I wait for that to dry. I usually just go get dressed while that happens. And then when I come back, I have a decision to make. I can choose the IntelliShade Clear or the IntelliShade Original. So these are SPFs. They're actually way more than SPFs, which is why I like them. They're like 3-in-1 ingredients. They're like, they're hydrating, they're anti-aging, and they're an SPF. So for, return on investment, IntelliShade's the way to go. It's really, really important that you wear a strong and a good SPF every single day, even if you feel like you aren't going outside. Even just driving in the car is going to get you sun exposure, and even from coming in a window like this, it's going to get you sun exposure. Sun exposure causes all of the signs that we consider aging. So if there's one thing that I recommend to anyone, it's SPF. If it's not IntelliShade, pick one that works for you. So the reason why I have a decision to make is I have a decision on the level of makeup I want to put on. So with the Original, this is actually going to provide some coverage. It's tinted. So if I am going on a no makeup day, I'm going to apply the Original. If I'm going to be applying makeup, I like to use the Clear, which is, it's white, but it goes on clear. So I'm going to go on a no makeup day today. Not only is it a Saturday, but I've actually been going on no makeup days more often recently, ever since my latest microneedling treatment, because it really evened my skin tone and just made me feel a lot more confident without wearing makeup. So this is it, tinted. It goes on kind of dramatically, and you definitely want to rub it in well. And I found that as long as you rub it in right as it's getting put on and wet, it doesn't leave a lot of streaking. So I do this, and then I usually get a little closer to my mirror. And get out the remaining streaking, like that. And then Dr. Yu just told me, my husband, he's like, you haven't been applying SPF to this area? I said, no, actually, I usually don't. He's like, Amber, you need to be. So I'm actually gonna put the Clear on today. Listen to him. I was telling him about the crepiness and how I felt that the Nectafirm had really helped. He's like, yeah, but are you putting SPF? I said, no, that's a good point. So this is the Clear. This is the way it goes on. I am gonna take a walk today. It's been so rainy and cold in San Diego. It's supposed to get to 75 today, so I'm gonna go outside. Okay, so I know that like I have a bright light shining on me and everything, but you can see the Original provides kind of like a nice dewy look, and it's still a little wet right now. But as it dries, it's and I'm also actually sweating a little bit because I just got out of the hot shower. But as it dries, it provides just a really nice glow to your skin. And then I usually just apply some blush, lipstick, and eyebrow now that I'm getting older. So I will do that with you. I like MAC. I'm sure everyone has their own favorite product. I have no idea how to do my eyebrows, but I've been trying to learn from my fellow people who post videos. I'm gonna do kind of a quick process today. I really go for the natural look. I just want it to not look like I have stuff done. Okay, and then I think I'll do this. There you go. That is my revision routine. And then at night, just so that you know, I do the Thiamine, the hydrating serum, the Nectifirm, and then I do all-in-one pump, my retinol and my DEJ face night cream. And then I use DEJ eye cream on my upper eyelids. And then I put Lumiquin, which is for the hands, on the back of my hands, rub it in like this. And then don't wash your hands so that it can soak in overnight. And then sometimes if I'm just feeling really luxurious, I'll put on some sort of extra, layer. So I've got this like firming night cream that I like. It goes on real thick, and it reminds me of those old movies that you see where the ladies kept their cream next to the, on the nightstand next to the bed. And then before they'd get into bed, they'd go like this with it, and then they'd sleep with their hair in the rollers. It reminds me of that. The only other thing that I didn't mention is I'm trying to get better about getting in the habit of using Revox. This actually targets your expression wrinkles in a different way. And those are the things like, this and the crow's feet, the things that the neuromodulators target. So this is actually kind of the skincare version. It obviously does not work in the same way as the neuromodulator, but it does affect the same outcome basically on a lesser level. So this is a really good one to do if you're breastfeeding or pregnant and unable to do neuromodulators, or as in my case, I do it in conjunction with regular neuromodulators. Okay, hope you like that. Bye.